Amara arrived in the village annoyed. The road leading in was cracked and dusty, lined with dry shrubs and tired-looking trees. She had taken time off work for this. Time she didn't have. As a civil engineer, she dealt in facts, measurements, systems that made sense. Not stories. Not rituals. Not old fears passed down like inheritance. The first thing she heard was laughter by the river. Children stood near the Odu, skipping stones as the sun dipped low. An older woman shouted for them to come back before sunset, her voice sharp with panic. Amara rolled her eyes. "It's just water," she muttered. People still scared of rivers into Odu 6. Her aunt warned her that night, told her never to go near the Odu at sunset. Said the river listened when the light changed. Said it took people. Amara laughed outright. "That's stupid," she said. "People drown. You blame the water instead of bad swimming." The room went quiet. No one argued with her. They just looked away. Over the next few days, she noticed the absences. Empty stools. A compound with no smoke rising from the cooking fire. A woman sitting alone, staring at the river like it owed her something. She asked questions. No one gave answers. "They went missing," was all they said. Missing how? At sunset. Always sunset. Then her brother mentioned swimming. They were sitting outside late. The night air thick and buzzing with insects. The river shimmered faintly in the moonlight. "I used to swim there when we were kids," he said. "Before you left." "That was before people decided the river was haunted," Amara replied. He smiled, tired and distant. "Maybe the river just remembers us." She snapped at him, told him not to be foolish, told him drowning wasn't ancestral destiny. He didn't argue. That night, she woke to silence. No insects. No wind. Just water. The next morning, her brother was gone. His sandals sat by the riverbank, neatly placed. No footprints leading away. No signs of struggle. Amara felt cold spread through her chest. She searched all day, shouted his name until her throat burned. Villagers followed at a distance, their faces already mournful, already resigned. He swam. Someone whispered. At sunset, the next morning, Amara went alone. She stood at the riverbank, anger and fear twisting together. The Odu looked calm, inviting, clearer than it had any right to be. She stepped closer. The ground gave way. She fell. The water swallowed her whole. Cold wrapped around her body instantly, heavier than it should have been. She thrashed, gasping, but the current didn't drag her forward. It held her, her vision blurred. Then the river changed. She wasn't alone. Bodies drifted beneath the surface, suspended like roots. Men, women, children. Their eyes were closed, their mouths moving silently, humming through the water. She saw flashes, a younger version of herself, standing at the river as a child. Elders circling her, hands painted with white clay. A voice saying she was chosen. Another voice saying she was spared because she cried too hard, because the drought ended early. The memory slammed into her. She had been meant for the river once. She fought harder now, panic clawing at her chest. The water pressed in, molding around her limbs, forcing her still. Real hands gripped her arms gently but firmly. Her brother appeared before her, his face calm, peaceful, glowing faintly. "I tried to leave," he said, his voice echoing through the water. "But it was always you." The river pulsed. She understood. The Odu wasn't killing anyone. It was collecting what it was owed. The ancestors weren't gone. They were the river. Flesh dissolved into current. Souls woven into flow. Each sacrifice feeding the land, holding back drought, keeping the village alive. She felt the river begin to accept her. Her skin numbed. Her fear softened. The weight became comfort. Above her, the sun dipped below the horizon. Amara stopped fighting. The current wrapped her fully now, lifting her, spreading her form into the water. Her thoughts stretched, slowed, joined others. She was no longer drowning. She was becoming. The next morning, the villagers found the river higher, fuller, the earth darker with moisture, clouds gathering. They whispered thanks. And deep beneath the surface, Amara watched the riverbank, waiting for the next one who would call the tradition stupid.